Did you know that in 1925 something fascinating happened? The Scopes monkey trial took place in Dayton, Tennessee, where high school teacher John Scopes was charged with violating state law by teaching the theory of evolution. This trial captured the nation's attention and became a heated battleground for those who believed in the theory of evolution and those who were staunch supporters of creationism. One of the main arguments used by the prosecution, led by renowned politician and orator William Jennings Bryan, was that the theory of evolution was dangerous because it was associated with atheists and other radical thinkers. Bryan went on to suggest that accepting the theory of evolution would lead to moral decay and the immediate breakdown of social order. This argument is a classic example of the genetic fallacy, as it attempted to discredit the scientific theory based solely on its perceived origin or associations, rather than examining the actual merits of the theory itself. The genetic fallacy is a logical fallacy in which someone accepts or rejects a claim as true or false solely on the basis of its origin. There are two types of genetic fallacies, positive and negative. A positive genetic fallacy occurs when someone accepts a claim as true because it comes from a good or reputable source. A negative genetic fallacy occurs when someone rejects a claim as false because it comes from a bad or disreputable source. Both types of genetic fallacies are invalid because they ignore the actual content and evidence of the claim and focus only on its source. Hey rational rebels! Welcome to the arena of reason, the very place we train our minds to spot cognitive pitfalls. This is Chris from Critical Conditioning, where we strive for cognitive precision and free our minds from that mental prison. Today, we're exploring the genetic fallacy, a fallacy that occurs when someone judges the worth or validity of an idea or argument based on its origin or source rather than its actual content. We'll delve into the psychology behind this fallacy and how it can lead to unfair dismissals of valid arguments. Before we delve into this intriguing topic, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our mind-strengthening content. If you find our podcast valuable, consider supporting us through PayPal using the link in the description. Your support helps us continue our mission of promoting rational thinking. Also, please share this episode with someone you know who might be interested in understanding the genetic fallacy. Supercharge your mind, hit subscribe, don't be left behind. Let's get started. Now, let's dive into two concrete studies about the genetic fallacy. In a study by Mercier and Sperber, 2011, they found that people are more likely to accept arguments that support their existing beliefs, regardless of the quality of the argument. This means that if someone already has a negative view of a particular source, they might be more prone to committing the genetic fallacy by dismissing any ideas coming from that source. Another study focused on the prevalence of the genetic fallacy in public discourse and its impact on the quality of debates and discussions. The researchers analyzed various debates, including political debates, to identify instances of the genetic fallacy. They found that the genetic fallacy was a common occurrence in public discourse and that it often led to lower quality debates. This highlights the importance of being aware of the genetic fallacy and its potential impact on public discussions and decision-making processes. Now, let's take a look at 7 real-world examples of the genetic fallacy. 1. Dismissing a political candidate's ideas simply because they belong to a particular political party. 2. Rejecting an artist's work because of their controversial personal life. 3. Believing a product is superior just because it was created by a well-known brand. 4. Disregarding advice from someone because they lack formal education in a particular field. 5. Assuming a person's argument is invalid because they are young or inexperienced. 6. Rejecting an idea because it was initially proposed by someone with a disreputable background. Now that we have seen some examples, let's explore some individual differences that might make people more susceptible to the genetic fallacy. Research has shown that individuals with lower cognitive ability and those who have a higher need for cognitive closure are more likely to commit the genetic fallacy. Additionally, people with stronger confirmation bias are more prone to dismissing or accepting ideas based on their origin, rather than evaluating them on their own merits. So, how can you spot the genetic fallacy and avoid falling victim to it? 1. Analyze the argument. Take a step back and assess the argument being presented. Focus on the merits of the argument itself rather than the origin or source of the argument. 2. Consider multiple perspectives, be open to different viewpoints and consider alternative explanations. This can help you evaluate the argument more objectively and avoid being swayed by irrelevant factors. 3. Question the source. If you notice that an argument is being dismissed solely based on its source or origin, recognize that this is an instance of the genetic fallacy. The source of the argument cannot determine its validity. So, rational rebels, what are your thoughts on this fallacy? Have you or someone you know experienced a similar situation? Share your perspective with the community and in the comments below. Your support is incredibly valuable to us. If you can, please consider making a donation through the PayPal link in the description. Every contribution helps us continue creating content that promotes critical thinking. Thank you for being a part of our mission. Keep your mind sharp, raise your banner with a like, enlist and subscribe to become a rational rebel alike, avoiding all the pitfalls that may come your way. This is Chris from Critical Conditioning, signing off for today.